walk around barefoot all the time.
Yeah.
Is that because of the whole earthing? I mean, you obviously know about earthing.
I just heard the word earthing yesterday for the first time. I've been barefoot for 13 years.
Oh, really?
And I don't even know what it means. But I've been barefoot for 13 years. I started traveling to countries where kids couldn't afford to wear shoes. They would always invite me to play some game, football or some game, So I would take off my shoes with them, and I would run and try to like keep up, and I couldn't because my feet, I couldn't even step on a pebble without being like, ouch, ouch.
Right.
So I decided to go home to San Francisco for 3 days. I was gonna go barefoot, just in part to toughen up my feet, but also to just see what it's like to not own shoes, So I went on like a shoe fast, which is something I recommend for everybody to try. And after 3 days, my feet weren't any tougher, so I went the whole week, then a month, then a year, then 10 years. At 10 years, I started partnering with an organization called Souls for Souls, who is a relief organization that works with other organizations, and they collect shoes for people who don't have shoes. And they don't just collect shoes and give them to people. They realize that that's, a shoe lasts you for a year or 2 years or something at the most, and it's not going to really elevate someone's life. But so they work with other relief organizations that do a holistic, education of girls and communities, and education of micro loans for families to start businesses and all kinds of things. And so no, it's 13 years. We collect shoes at our shows. And, yeah.
So now you know about earthing.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what it is still, though.
Well, it's the idea that you're getting sort of the energy of the earth directly. There's no barrier.
Okay, yeah.
And there is an energy of, and it's supposedly good for your health. I mean, I don't know too much about it.
You know what I found as being barefoot is that you become conscious of every step that you take. Like as I walked in here, you feel the wet that's outside. You walk in, you feel the coldness of the floor. You walk into the elevator, you feel a different feeling there. You walk into this old wooden floor that's like, this building's very old, and this wood floor has been walked on by so many people. You feel the warmth of the wood, and you start to know where to step and where not to step, and sometimes it's a metaphor for life, but it's also a practical thing of just, I don't want to step in urine or vomit or gum or dog poo or something, and all these in reflexology, you have all these nerve endings that are at the bottom of your feet, and sometimes I ask the question like, why didn't the Creator put those on the top of our head, close to our brain, so we'd be able to, receive from there, or in our armpits, or somewhere that's not going to be like on the ground all the time. And there must be a reason that they're on the bottom of our feet.
Well, actually, many traditions have different the body's represented in different areas of the body. Yeah. So, I mean, there's some people who believe that actually every cell is a microcosm of the whole system. So you actually there's face acupuncture, palm acupuncture. So it depends on what tradition. Yeah. I mean, the reflexology is one tradition that talks about that whole body represented on the foot, but there's Korean acupuncture, for instance, that's just on the hand, the whole body. There's the face. That's interesting. I mean, there's some, the real out there acupuncture people will say you can find, every cell is this microcosm of your whole body.